Hi guys, this is BSA RISQUARD Huntsman. This is a 2v4 on ARCOLE. I'm playing alongside Marsh. Sorry I haven't posted a video for quite a while. I have been really busy. I've been started a new job and everything, so I've had to put a lot of concentration into that. And I've just got myself another job, but I won't be starting that for a little while. So when that comes out, I'll probably be having another break as such, because I'm going to have to be concentrating on that as well. But for now, I've got a little bit of an opportunity to post up some videos. I'm doing I'm in the 2v2 beta tournament for Napoleon as well. So and we've won our first game. We've only played one game so far in the first round. So if we win the second one, we're going to make it through to the second round. But I will be posting up all of the videos for that also. And I'll probably post the videos for because we've got Huntsman's got a few teams in that tournament, so I'll probably post the videos for them as well. But yeah, so decided to do a 2v4. I will be cutting out chunks of the battle where nothing's happening, probably. Because otherwise it will be a ridiculously long video. But in this, rather than just pulling back and defending, me and Marsh thought, right, well, do you know what, we want to let's make an attack. You know, let's try and hit them, cause a bit of damage. If we can take out one or two players, maybe, then it'd make it a little bit more interesting than just pulling back
has fallen to the enemy.
And defending, which would probably be the most sensible thing to do, because you've got 4 armies facing against 2. But because this guy here, especially with all this cavalry, decided to stay basically pretty rigid and not move, whereas all of the other guys did, that actually done us quite a lot of favours, because it done us quite a lot of favours not having all 4 armies pushing against us all at the same time. These 2 French players here work together quite well, relatively well. They had a pretty good idea. Portuguese opponent pushed out and attacked, and that he didn't camp. But I was thinking about pushing up and maybe trying to defend the crossing, but then I have to think, well, have I got enough units to spare to be able to stop this French player coming in and attacking me in the flank? I pushed up to sort of do it. I put 2 units to block, to hold, maybe like to face this crossing, but there's no way it would have made any sense to hold just those 2 units there. I'm basically a full army with cavalry that can swing around this crossing and hit me in the flank from the other side and come over and hit me behind over here, so it made sense to sort of pull back across this area and hold here, and then move back and push forward as required, I guess. But he's going to push over in force here. He will be sending these cav units across this crossing as well. And I'm going to just speed it up for the start. And I know what I forgot to do, as I always do. Right, and Marsh, Portugal's, I think he's going to push an attack across this crossing. Marsh is already getting some shots off with his rifles. Seeing that this cavalry could probably come up through here and maybe into the town and hit me from behind and that as well, so I'm going to move some units over to deter him from trying to send that cavalry round. Right, there's not an awful lot happening at the moment, so I'll come back once the initial... Right, so our first engagement started over here. Marsh swung round to hit France in the in the flank, and I said to Marsh, try and get some units over here pretty quick. We can hit France on the flank here. I can push out an attack across this, across here, and we can probably cause them quite a lot of damage here, if not even break their units. They have got light infantry hidden here, and he will move light infantry to face me as well. So he's going to send his old guard into melee against this Connaught Ranger, but not before it takes a heck of a lot of damage. And he's got Marsh has got another Highland foot to come and back it up. Right, over on the flank, I'm going to move up. Managed to cause a bit of damage to his light infantry, or I'm going to. So I have to be careful with the amount of what engagements both me and Marsh want to get involved in. Over here, it's, I mean, we are taking a lot of damage. Marsh is taking a lot of damage, but he still does have a very strong force over here. But it was beneficial for us to push the attack over here, because we're inflicting quite a lot of damage to them, and especially their light infantry and the cavalry, which he'll be forced to use. Over here, I'm kind of reluctant to push up an all-out attack over here. He's trying to get cav round the flank, and I'm guessing to get it round behind me. I'm going to push up here in force. So I mean, I'll take a little bit of damage, but not a lot. Actually, I took no damage in that engagement whatsoever. My only mistake here really was the fact that my lights were unprotected. I will move this musketeer to come over, one musketeer to come over and protect my lights, but he's going to charge basically all this cav at my lights. So one musketeer to cover 3 light infantry against all that cavalry is not quite enough, so I will end up taking a bit of damage on my light infantry in a minute. Alright, he's going to stack his lights now to face against my 2. He's got his old guard on the warpath over here by the looks of it, 2 chevrons. But the way he's positioned his men here, and he's moving them forward and moving to attack, I guess, he's taking a lot of casualties. But here comes that cavalry I was talking about. Oh, he sends 3 units in, so that's going to hit my lights. I think I'll lose 1. Oh, full unit. I'm going to try and get him back through that square. I'm going to charge my lancer down, and probably in the process cause quite a bit of damage to my Prussian light. Right, he's done a good thing here. He's charged his remaining cavalry into my flank. He's going to get some pretty nice shots against my foot guards. Over on my right, not too much going on. Oh, I missed it. There was an engagement over here where I think Portugal was pushing over the crossing, and I failed. But I mean, Marsh basically Marsh was defending the crossing and holding over here. Portugal pushed an attack, and as you can see, he's taken quite a bit of damage. I think some of his men are hidden. That's not all he's got left. Got a lot of cavalry, but right, I am trying to stem the tide of the attack that's going on over here and kill this cavalry. He's managed to sneak 1 cavalry lancer unit behind my lines. I'm going to lose this foot guard. trying to run my Prussian light away from this damn dragoon. It's going to get charged and taken out by this can't form square. Managed to get a pretty clean charge in on this Fusilier line with my Lancer, but as it's a Prussian Lancer, not terribly high morale. Once it's in melee, they're pretty much stuffed, so they're going to rout pretty quick. Try and get my lights shooting at this damn cavalry. Missed the square over on my musketeer, so that's going to get routed as well. So he's won this area of the field, this flank. Pushed out an attack with cavalry as well at the same time. While I'm trying to deal with that over there, he's attacked this flank, which I didn't see to start off with, but I just formed square. I'm going to try and... I lost one of my Prussian lights, but I'm going to try and save the other one and pull it back. He's going to push up in force, but as soon as this cavalry's dead, I'm going to run these two line infantry units back into the town. Marsh is moving to send some more men over to help me out, but he has got quite a distance to run. Shut up! He's not under attack. Oh yes, he is under attack. I do apologise. Got Lanced in the rear, but I'm just going to run that over here to these my general over here to these units and form square, and then now shoot that unit. Oh, is that musketeer still going? So I'm just going to line up here and get some shots off while he's there. Right, looking at the situation, the best thing for me to do with these men is just basically get them back and pull them across the bridge as quickly as I can, because they will get destroyed. I want to try and save those men. I had a couple of options with these two units. If I could move over to here and try and help break this flank, and then maybe turn in time to face these units, plus Marsh's units are coming over, or I could just send these units straight into the flank over here. But I think rather than getting caught up in engagements I wasn't entirely sure about, I'll just pull them back, keep them as full units, and save them for now. Right, so I'm going to have a little bit of a shootout over here. But he does have an old guard here, so I don't want to stick around for too long with that. So I'm going to pull these units back now as quickly as I can, run them away and try and keep as many as I can alive. Pull all my units back, in fact. Because now my units are across the bridge here, he can pull all of these French units over here, which is probably maybe what he should have done. Rather than chasing these units, he should have just charged them straight over there to try and stop me from retreating, and they both could have outnumbered me and probably destroyed my units. But he's going to go for a charge across the bridge with that Fusilier line, but I will set up in time to shoot it as it comes across. Marsh is still moving over. He has a whole bunch of Portuguese caught on his squares, and they won't last long. Alright, so as I'm moving back, there's not really a lot going on apart from just pulling back at the moment. So once I've the next stage of the battle kicks off, I'll come back then. He will realise that this is not a good move to pull these, push these Fusiliers across the bridge like this.
Attention la cavalerie, maintenez vos positions. Regroupez-vous, mettez-vous à couvert, imbécile.
Right, so yeah, basically I'll pull back and I'll come back in a bit. Just to give you a quick update, he's chased me up to the crossing. He was trying to shoot my musketeer as it was going across, maybe to try and rout it, but I was able to get position with my lights and shoot him back, so it's pulled him back. His men are quite tired, some of them are anyway. These units are pretty tired by the looks of it. Marsh's, the units that he actually sent over to me have come back across the bridge now as well, and France pulled away from them. Portugal's now moving across with his units. France is still saying, oh, the other player, the French player, was still staying stationary. Marsh will push out an attack onto the flank, but as Marsh begins to do that, he's going to run all of his units over to here as well. Right, so that's a quick update for now. It's still going to be a little while before they push any attack across the river. Right, so Portugal is basically going to start charging straight over the bridge. Send this cab across. He's now going to be charging his grenadiers across. See, if he sends his grenadiers straight into melee against these two units, they'll put. I mean, they're grenadiers. They're going to be pretty tough in a fight. They could probably break these two Brit units, but I am going to move 2 line units behind Marsh's guard units. Actually, this would be a good opportunity to throw grenades at Marsh, because in square cause a lot of damage, plus morale hits. France is also pushing across this bridge as well now. Has a grenadier as well, grenadier of the line. Grenadiers probably be better served in melee, but they're going to take a lot of damage, a lot of hits here, like this. The French cavalry now is starting to move across over to this side of the field. Probably would have been better if they'd have waited for this cavalry to get over here before they pushed their attack. With all that cavalry, especially the quality of the cavalry, cuirassiers, grenadiers de cheval, Empress dragoons, Dutch lancer, and I believe his general is Ney. So there's a big fight going on here. Right, he's now starting to position and move in force against me across the other crossing. Managed to get off some pretty killer shots there from my guards. I think I'm going to send them into melee. They are Fusilier aligned, so my guards will win this fight. Basically, I need to, with this cavalry coming over as well,
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
we need to kill all these units before that cavalry gets there. Marsh seeing this situation, but he's got a long way to run. He's running back over towards me as quickly as he can. Marsh, unfortunately, most of the battle took place over sort of this area, all around this area. Marsh had a bit of a fight with Portugal and some French units here, but most of the fighting took place over here on my side. But Marsh supported me very well.
Our men are running, sir.
So I mean, if they'd have consolidated their attacks like and pushed up in force together, it would have been a lot easier for them to probably break me. Maybe not. Maybe you could have done, I guess. I mean, when you managed to inflict quite a lot of damage in the initial engagements at the start, but there's a lot of they're winning on this side, so basically what I've got to do is finish these units off as quickly as I can. And these old guard are fighting to the end, didn't they? Look at that. But I've got, yeah, but now I've broken these units. I've got to turn it because we've lost the battle over here. I've got to quickly turn and face the rest of my units over here, but try and break these units before this cavalry gets across this river. Marsh has still got quite a long way to run, and when he gets over here with running that far, he's going to be pretty exhausted. Have the other 3 old guard coming across now as well.
Our men are running, sir.
So it's basically trying to get playing for time, really. Well, trying to get these units to not playing for time, but trying to rush these units and kill them as quickly as I can before, and so I can turn to deal with the rest of the units that are coming across. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. Alright, so here comes the cavalry on the other side. I'm going to pull some units away to hit this cavalry, but for some strange reason they sent all of his cavalry at 1 musketeer in square, and I was just able to...
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
And that was another problem for me as well, as my ammunition was basically running very low. That square has only just been broken, but I've got 2 guard units firing in on this cavalry. And that musketeer, considering the situation, is holding up pretty damn well. Alright, so we nearly finished these units. Portugal pulled back what he had left. Still got these old guard going to be coming over very shortly. Alright, so let's move everything over as quickly as I can. I mean, why he just continued to charge 1 musketeer with all this cavalry? He sent it out everywhere, in every direction, at every unit. I was just able to... I mean, look at all this dead cavalry. Dutch lancers.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
Marsh is starting to get over here now.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
The old guard will be coming along shortly. Alright, so this cavalry is basically finished now. A lot of dead cavalry, what a waste. Right, so now I'm going to, with Marsh being over here now with most of his, basically his light infantry units, they are going to be exhausted. But I think his old guard's pretty tired as well. Right, so he's going to send that old guard straight across the bridge, or isn't he? No. Right, he's going to push that old guard across the bridge in a minute, so I'll come back with that. Right, so he's going to send his old guard across the bridge. I'm going to go into melee against him because I'm pretty sure these units are just out of ammo. Flanking fire coming in. The foot guards are on the warpath. And my light infantry. So that's all the old guard routed now. Just going to continue charging across this bridge and send them straight into the house. I'm going to speed this up. Ooh. Bit of a blockage in the doorway there. Blob.
We've taken the building, sir.
Right, so that's some Portuguese units routed, and the only unit left on the field now was Ney. So I cut it off now because he left his unit basically right against the red line and just didn't bother moving it after that for some reason. So I'll right, so we just routed Ney. That's going to be the end of the battle. This was actually came through as a decisive victory. Well, you can't see it on the replay, but yeah, this was actually a decisive victory. But yeah, so I'd like to say good game to our opponents. I guess this sort of shows what you can do if you've got a team, even with like just 2 players, when you've got a team that mostly, I mean the 2 French players that I faced, these 2, they actually put up a reasonable attack. They worked together relatively well, and I mean, like, if they'd made a few different decisions, they probably could have broken me. And especially if they had the cav support from this guy, Katia Bertho, but he didn't send his cavalry in to support anyone, and he basically wasted it. But got 2,600 kills, that's pretty decent. But yeah, so it was a good game, we really did enjoy it. I'd like to say thanks to our opponents, and say good game. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and if you like the video, hit the like button. And yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you again next time.